Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 Shadows of Change, where we have created some very difficult situations for many of our neighbors, and now we are invested in just kind of getting the hell out of here and going to cause trouble elsewhere. So Sergei is going to be back in the world soon enough. We have other concerns over here though. First of all, obviously, Jinxed Land is available again. I don't know exactly what I want to do with it right now. I think we probably do want to consume Sigbal Gulbrandon.
Heed my hexes.
He is right there after all. He's not going anywhere, but also I don't think we have particularly any reason to wait on this.
Yes.
Especially since he's potentially got reinforcements showing up from multiple sides real soon.
Who calls? Steal their futures.
Alright, let us in fact steal their futures.
Consume them in shadows.
We're getting a fair amount of spirit essence just fighting guys at this point, although the executing captives option remains unimpressive. Maybe a good way to put that. We're not exactly desperate for the cash. I think we can probably just take the replenishment here. I want to make sure that we're in a position to get back to full, given how surrounded we are by enemies. Okay, lots and lots and lots of... Wow. So many followers gained. What is going on here? I guess we have 4 characters in the army, so each one of them has a chance to gain followers. There are worse problems to have, for sure. All right, you finished off... I think we're working on Inviolable, right? You have everything of import, so let's just grab more points of spread control. Same deal here. And then Mother Ostankia herself
From chaos
finish off firing drills.
is always appreciated.
So here's a question.
Survival is
Do we want to just do this? Do we want to just snatch somebody over to Lorelorn where we could feast on them real quick? I think the answer is probably. Is there... We can't really see anything over here. Yeah, we could just grab Cirtha X. Cirtha X army is certainly in no shape to cause trouble by itself. We could grab Wulfric. Is that a good idea?
call me witch. Hag witch.
My army's in pretty good shape. We probably could deal with him. One with nature does not provide any campaign map buffs, really. Well, I mean, it gives you the bonus line of sight. I suppose that matters. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and grab that. And then I think I'm going to start running her back. I think I want to be back over by Erengrad. I want to see what's going on over there. Alright, upgrade Lorelorn best we can. And I should grab somebody. I should abduct an army to murder.
I will not.
Yes, dear.
We can probably take him. We'll get a trait for taking him on, and then maybe he'll
I've little time.
maybe we'll be able to talk him out of continuing to be at war with us.
Killing.
What do I think about these armies? Cirtha Ek is certainly in position to serve as like reinforcements.
Step too far.
Bearwind's not in position to attack us, I don't think. Given the extent of the movement we can see here, I would expect that in non-march mode, he's not in position to be much of a threat. So yeah, let's
That's laughable.
let's snatch up Wulfric before he has a chance to get away. Target you, bring you to Lorelorn. Oh, okay, that's weird. That's changing this box unselects the target.
Babes in the wood without a stitch.
There one moment and gone the next.
Till they meet the witch.
A whole army has disappeared into the ether, swept up in the jinxed land hex. All right, we keep doing that. We're going to have this unlocked real soon. And they're in March mode, which is great news for us.
Reduce them to
So we shall reduce them to shreds, as she was about to say there.
kill for Kislev.
Wow, that auto-resolver didn't even really do very much damage to us. I think in this case we definitely want to take Salyak Provides.
You are my servant.
And we are going to get a trait, of course, because he was the legendary lord at the head of that faction. Okay, +5 bonus versus infantry and some charge bonus from other Stank. Yeah, I think that's, like, fine.
Gullible fool.
And then we're going back to the friendly
Old woman.
back to the friendly settlement for that replenishment bonus, because we do need it just a little bit. Yeah, unbelievably powerful hexes. Really, really good stuff. Yeah, attrition damage down for the army. I guess it's like technically not nothing.
Heed my hexes.
Okay, so we have to decide on a second thing to focus up. Creatures of the Land is probably the one. We don't have a lot of traditional cavalry here. And I don't really intend to change up the composition of this army very much. So yeah, let's take Creatures of the Land to its full.
The power of a witch is in her charms.
Okay, that's all important stuff.
Higher.
Sergei apparently had a level up. So, the skills in the second red line box give quite a lot of bonuses for a single stat point, but they only affect units in the army that are rank 7 or above, that have the gold chevrons going. Sergei, do you have many of those right now? You don't. Your ambushers are headed in that direction. Let's take the one that buffs the ambushers. This is not it. Skirmisher traditions. Yeah, missile resistance, ammunition up, melee attack. Sadly, no benefit to their actual ranged attack, except I guess that they could do it 15% longer, but it's fine. Ursulin's favor would give armor, melee defense, and spell resistance to our things and bears and whatnot. Well, we'll just take skirmisher traditions. That's fine. And stand your ground actually only requires you to have 1 point in the second red box, so we'll be able to pick that up on the next level. All right, and then where is the spot where we want to put this third army together? It's at Arnheim, right? Because we want to take advantage of all of these advanced recruitment buildings. We probably do not want to wait for the council city to finish. No, I think we can just get started. So, do we want to do it this turn? Yeah, we got 17k. We can absolutely afford to do it this turn. Let's have a quick look at researches. Do we want to grab Fortify the Land and Pirates Weapons? Yeah, Pirates Weapons is really good for all of the armies, because we're definitely going to be using Ekshina ambushers in all of our stacks.
The snows never needed the invention of fire.
And let's recruit in a new lord. So we don't have a lot of options here, only having the one type. I guess actually that's not true though, is it? Yeah, we could be getting Ice Witch lords. So I was thinking we would keep running hags in all the armies, but we could just have some Ice Witches, I suppose. How expensive is it to get some Ice Witches? So this unlocks 1. Recruit rank +1 for just all units. That seems alright. That's heroes. Ice Witch Lords. Okay, this is the same skill. There's a couple copies of this thing. Alright, you know what? Do this instead. We'll wait 4 turns. We'll just vary things up a little bit here. I guess I don't actually have to wait 4 turns, though. We could start hiring and then just, fire somebody once they're done, once we've got some of the hiring done. Yeah, because I think we do want to start rolling. So,
I decide Kislev's fate now.
Vasily, you are probably a temporary lord. All right, I do want to pick up, we're going to build a slightly different sort of composition here. So we're going to pick up a couple of cannons. And I do want at least one incarnate elemental of beasts, a monster hunting unit, a monstrous monster hunting unit, and then like some ice guard, probably. So these are bow and sword infantry. Their missiles slow people's movement. They have this this frostbite effect. Not a lot of armor piercing damage, although they will of course benefit from many of the buffs that we're pursuing. And then in actual combat, 47 attack, 40 defense with +9 versus infantry. You know, they're all right. They're pretty okay. So I probably want at least a few units of these. And then through the global pool, we can pull in some things that are not so expensive. I mean, honestly, maybe I just grab Akshina ambushers this way. Yeah, we'll start with that. We can also have a look at troops granted by our allies, because we have a fair amount of allegiance built up with some of them. Let's see, with Avalorn, we have 62. Etain, we have a little bit. The Exiles, we don't really have anything. Also, I don't have an outpost, apparently. But, like, is there anything interesting offered to us by the elf factions that we would actually like? Their horse archers are probably a lot better than... I mean, we have people who can shoot while on mounts, I suppose. Avalorn has some of those sisters, right? The Sisters of Avalorn are interesting units. 180 range, good armor piercing damage on their missiles. Their missiles are magic and flaming. And then like if they actually get charged, they can hold on in melee at least. Yeah, that's interesting. We could get dragons. Maybe that's the play. Maybe I would like a dragon. Maybe I would like a pair of dragons. Because we do have 2 recruit slots from them. I can only afford, we only have the allegiance for 1 dragon. I would like a dragon, is the thing. Yeah, let's take the dragon. That's fine. Illyrian, we did not have access to anything that fun. And Etain, we only have 22 allegiance. So yeah. They have all kinds of hardcore stuff in their pool, but can't grab any of it. Okay, that's fine. That's a good start. And then the money to upgrade some settlement structures. For sure. All right. Let's see how the Norskins respond to us plucking their king out of the middle of the sea and devouring him. Now, if a faction did that to me, I would pursue peace aggressively as possible. We'll see if the AI has that level of wisdom. All right. I think this is overkill. I'm pretty sure those elves are dead. They're not even performing hero actions, it doesn't look like. They're just running over there. They might be in a position where they can't afford the hero actions, especially with all of their sources of income destroyed. So what's my like end game over here in Lorelorn? What am I really trying to get accomplished? Obviously, I wanted the source of spirit income. I don't know. Maybe Mother Ostankia is just going to be feasting on Norskins for the rest of the game. There are an awful lot of them. They don't have like the most amazing treasure, but Okay, the men of the Empire are pushing to Erengrad. I would like to control Erengrad if I could. It's probably some pretty good value over there. I guess the question really comes down to whether or not I want to hold on to Lorelorn. Because if I do, it's hard for me to believe I'm going to be able to move to Erengrad safely. And unfortunately, I think that Lorelorn is too close to too many Norskin factions for me to like move the army away and depend on having time to come back and save it if it's threatened. Okay, they tried to move into position so at least they'll be able to defend each other during battle. Probably they don't realize that we have Lightning Strike. That said, I also don't think we're going to need it. Alright, the Reichlanders are building a garrison in Hag Hall, and at last the wild hunt is over and Athel Loren rests once again. The power of Kernus flowed through the wild riders and all who joined the hunt in the forest's name. The pace was furious, the hunt charging along hidden paths and through the usually gentle glades. Any creatures unlucky enough to be caught were shown no mercy, their deaths serving as a noble sacrifice to Orion's ageless grandeur. Sure, I guess. Your lancers bring you the bones of a long-lost Tsar discovered while patrolling the Oblast. Into a reliquary box they go, holy relics of an ancient war to defend Kislev's vast borders. Inspired by this proof that their rulers too sacrifice everything for the motherland, your legions take heart. Okay. I don't know how useful that really is, but cool, I guess. So yeah, I don't know that we're going to need the Lightning Strike. I think we can just beat these two armies straight up. The game suggests that we will suffer. You know what? We'll just go ahead and...
Teach them blood and futility.
Go ahead and win an easy Lightning Strike battle.
You will, sir, whether you like it or not.
Okay. Debuffs for enemy flying units nearby. Pretty bad trinket overall.
Say hang.
And you were looking a lot better when you had your friends to back you up.
Do not disappoint us, Dankia. Tropes.
Okay, so we have embarrassed them over and over and over again. At this point, without any enemies breathing immediately down my neck, I'm fine just letting the forest heal us up over time here. We got 3 level ups for that out of the lower level guys. I guess yeah, bonus personal leadership, just get really stalwart. I guess, you know, one with nature is not useless. I should be picking that up.
Call me witch?
Okay, yep, Ostankia gets to level up one more time. If I hadn't put that point in Mentor, we could have gotten Stand Your Ground. That's a shame.
More than just mere baubles.
Silly me. Okay, Sergei, let's
For Mother Kislev.
grab whatever this is. Aha!
I own
While on an ocean crossing, an island inexplicably rises out of the sea before you. As your fleet approaches, the crew hear an eerie but ensnaring song that carries over the turbulent surf. A tune that promises much, with lyrics singing of everything from the untold riches of Greece's Goldtooth to some of Nagash's secrets of undeath. The verses foretell the attainment of great power and wealth. All you must do is order your vessel closer to shore. It is what the Sirens want. Yeah, no, we're going to explore the island and take all their treasure. For sure. There aren't even any Sirens in this army.
turret.
Ridiculous.
Those in our
What do they
range.
think they're doing? Okay, not really a lot of meaningful rewards here. In any case, I guess Salyak
Work
provides.
until you die.
Alright, compelled by the eerie songs carried on the sea breeze, You ordered your crew to disembark onto the mysterious islet. Before you could start searching for treasures, however, you are set upon by vampire pirates who seem to have come out of nowhere. The songs of the cursed sirens were obviously a trap. After defeating the undead freebooters controlling them, you looted the vampires' moored galleon before claiming all the salvage on the island for yourself. Really not that much money, honestly.
Never yield.
You get to grab Stand Your Ground, which is a wonderful skill.
This, my rule is absolute.
You get to grab Arcane Conduit, probably an even better skill there.
And crush you.
And then, yeah,
Sail out.
to the boiling sea.
They speak to me.
All right, I think I want Natalia to just follow the road north of the mountains. Vasily of the Oblast has an unassigned skill point.
Fool fit for a lord.
All right. No open recruitment slots. Everything was 2 turns. Yeah, we may as well spend money to make money. Purchase additional income. But also other stuff. Other stuff that doesn't matter. Can we get... Is this really all of the units I can recruit from Reichland? This must be... There must be an error here. Marienburg... I bet Marienburg has, decent recruitment buildings. It's so weird that all of the settlements were showing us just those 2 incredibly basic units. Something must be reporting incorrectly. That's my vibe. My guess.
Ends justify means.
I'm looking for somewhere to cast the purification chant just to keep the costs rolling. I think the answer is, if we want to keep spending, we got to take it down to the witch's hut. So, we have access to all 4 slots now. We have a sort of an awkward smattering of curses and blessings, incantations stored up. What do we want to do here? Passive ability, Leshy's Embrace, so just regeneration. A 50%, if I'm reading that correctly, that's a 50% heal every 100, it's only got 1 use, only got 1 charge. So the first time your unit's health drops below 50%, you get a 50% heal. And that's certainly interesting. Oh, we still don't have any red stuff unlocked. Well, we're working on it, right? This is the one we actually have the materials for. Pardon me. So 20% missile damage up, stalk and snipe. Enabled whenever they're not moving. And we get a plus 15% range automatically. I don't think I want to use the Demon Skull.
A rarity indeed.
I think I would rather, I don't know, Marauder Skull, I guess? I don't know that it super matters. None of these are great. And then we can throw an extra secondary trinket in here. That's a very significant ammunition change. Most of this stuff is not particularly relevant. Yeah, if I do this, you know what? This is fine.
This sparks.
Oh, right. I'm not allowed to, what am I doing? Not allowed to have multiples of the same type of thing. So we'd have to put in a green, a red, or a blue. Do I want Vanguard deployment? Probably not.
They will miss this.
I'd probably prefer the Urson Totem to be the yellow in this thing. And then it's like That's no good. Weapon strength is like, yeah, maybe we don't, we just don't assign a fourth thing here. Because, like, I don't think any of the ones we have access to are any good at all. The Gorehorn. The Gorehorn would be pretty solid. We don't have those, but if we did, that would be the way I'd want to do that.
Rich with sweat and honor, fuss and loss.
Is there anything else that I really want to mix up here?
Star iron to hold it all.
So then we could also tack on, we have a white, a yellow, and a purple right now, so we could also tack a blue onto this. Lower their melee attack.
Precious this was. Lost it is.
And then we do still have... We do still have the materials to run one more. But I'm not sure that I want to. None of the things we can still build are all that exciting. I think we're gonna call it there.
Lord of all.
Okay, yeah. Let's keep an eye on Lorelorn as before. Now, I don't know if finishing this tack is going to immediately give us an Ice Witch Lord, or if there, you know, it opens up the slot. There may be more stuff we have to do to actually have someone like in the slot so that we can use them. Okay, Avalorn is also here to fight demons. Makes a lot of sense to me. And it certainly seems like they have it under control, right? Like they have the strength to do it. Hexawaddle has no idea what's coming for him. It would be awfully nice if we could find a way to get into battle with a Beastman army, though. That Beastman horn seems like an awfully good trinket. I should have looked at not just what color the Gorehorn was, but also exactly what it did. And use that to help me convince myself to prioritize that Beastman force that we saw really early in the game a little bit more. I thought for sure I'd be able to like let them wear themselves down on our enemies and then just like pick up their army when it was weakened, but they died way faster than I was expecting. Alright, I don't think the legions of the Gore Queen are long for this continent. Avalorn's got this under control. And, you know, I'd like to think I have something to do with that. I'm gonna take partial credit in any case. So we did such a good job cleaning up their concerns on Ulthuan, they were able to really focus on building infrastructure and then, you know, whatever kind of expansionist nonsense they're into now. Alright, the Rite of Sotek was performed by Hexawaddle again. Nagaryth has fully ceased to exist. Oh hey, we've grown our forces, receiving a Razor Standard, which is like whatever. And also some Spirit Essence. Though Kislev stands as one in the eyes of the world, in truth the motherland is riddled with sedition. An avaricious boyar is the latest to show his hand, bribing dozens of Ottomans to reject your rule. Once your Akshina payment midnight call, yeah. Bonus diplomatic relations. It's not, you know, they're nice. They're nice to have. Okay. Do we need to just like ride north and make life miserable for these people for a little while? I kind of think so. You know what? I'm gonna stay put for one more turn with the Mother Ostankya, though. We could actually really use the healing. We're not in a big hurry on either of these things.
I prefer Beldam. Stags forward.
All right, I should probably make sure that we are continuing to recruit stuff because a lot of our recruitment finished. So I think I'm going to pull a couple more units of these to, sort of round out our ranged core. And then we should probably bring in some more melee. And the question is, do I want it to be like Sargard or not? What are the great weapons have 14 bonus versus infantry, and their armor piercing damage is actually really nice. Huh. I hate to commit myself to sitting here for 4 more turns, but maybe we should put a bunch of Sargard in the recruitment pool. It'll give this army some ability to actually like receive an enemy attack and stand tough. We could bring Sargard who have shields instead. 14 extra points of melee defense is certainly nothing to sneeze at. But like, what if the enemies were dead? Then the damage output they deal would be pretty minimal, actually. That's my suspicion. Alternatively, we could just get a bunch of like things in the woods and run this more or less the way we've been running everything else, using the Ice Guard as our melee core. Things in the woods are pretty good. Yeah, you know what? I think I am going to do that. Let's go really heavy on the ambush troops. Plus, they recruit more quickly. And maybe we don't... I probably do want some standing troops. Some stand and fight type troops. Like I said, we have the Ice Guard. We're going to end up with 4 units of Ice Guard. Trying to figure out how to round this force out. Am I hiring you a hag? I should probably hire you a hag. Your army needs magics. What kinds of magics do we want? Let's see. You have... Okay. Some all right trait there. Melee defense +3 for all units in the whole army is not terrible. These are pretty whatever. Enemy leadership down. Yeah, I think we're picking up a Shadows Witch. Yeah. Mostly we do ranged attacks anyway, so I don't think we'll feel the melee attack loss that badly. It's just Tatiana's a little bit worse at melee charge stuff.
Hag witch.
All right, so we want to make sure that we have slots left over for the slot singular left over for that.
A larger retinue.
So if I throw 2 units of Sargard in here, it'll put us in place for like an extra turn relative to... Wait, why would this be 4 turns? Oh, because this isn't using a slot. Yeah, this is not using a slot in our settlement, despite being a very similar color. It's using an allied recruitment slot. Well, I think it would be weird to just get like a single unit of melee infantry, right? We get some bears or something. All right, sold. Bears it is. That completes the force. And yeah, I guess we're actually good here. So we're accumulating some spirit essence per turn. Not a huge amount. We really do need to keep fighting to keep the income up where it needs to be. Please tell me one of those armies is going to take a moment to resettle the monoliths and not just chase a cold past it. All right, yeah, Kislev is like the Ice Court, whatever Tsarina Katarin's faction is called. They are really getting it from all sides. Not sure how much I'm going to be able to do for them, though. We can at least get a hero up there. Start throwing curse marks around on the enemy armies. Yeah, I can't believe how far north those particular orcs have spread. That's definitely worrying. Wow, the World Walkers did. Is that all damage that I did? They had so much red in their bar so recently. I guess I did kill 4 of their armies in 2 turns. Yeah, a lot of these Norscan forces are not looking too healthy. Mother Ostankia might be able to actually wipe out a few of them if I just headed up north. Oh, hey, we did it. Finally upgraded a settlement building to level 5. Also, Sergei has arrived. It's great news. So we got ourselves the Everfull Kovsh, which gives bonus leadership to nearby friends, and also gives us, all right, like a breath weapon. Some glittering scales, which are, you know, it's fine. Those are all right. And a Sword of Strife. And the Raven's back.
The right to rule.
Okay. What is this one? The island rising out of the sea. What, they're going to try this on us again?
Motherland never falters.
Hey, what a surprise. It didn't work any better the second time.
My authority sweats.
Alright, we're at least making a fair amount of money.
Gospodar by blood.
So, do we want to grab any other redline stuff? Probably, like... we do not need to be in a hurry to, I don't think.
My supremacy is
But you know what? Maybe we should go ahead and grab Urson's Favored.
No other may
So this will apply already to the unit rank 9 regiments of renown.
never doubt the
Did I have
fire
another
of
point?
Kislev.
I had another point. Might be time for that yellow line. Just improve the Boyar's personal combat
A symbol
ability.
of my unparalleled authority.
And then I need to get on land.
Let the kvass flow freely.
I don't want to set them off early, but I do need to get back to my own territory here. So if Mother Ostankia is going anywhere, it's north.
Why not ask old dead Ursul? If I do not wish to be seen, I shan't.
All right, I want to move around in ambush mode. I just want to deny the enemies easy intelligence. Make them sweat a little bit about where exactly we're going. Can I wound this guy? Maybe.
Traitor they are.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you in the water about it. I guess he's in the water. I didn't realize. I often just like kind of look at where the projection of the icon is above their heads. That guy could have been on land with the icon there, maybe. All right, that's all useful stuff. What about even more income? Okay, probably a pretty good time to pick up the mining pans. And of course, keep boosting growth. All right, and we're just about to finish this tech for the Ice Maidens, so we'll see. Or the Ice Witches? I can never remember which one's which. I think the Hero and the Lord should probably... oh, come on. My allies are going to war with each other. So if we enter the war on the side of Avalorn, obviously that makes our situation pretty precarious with the exiles. So I can decline and just break my alliance. Actually, sorry, Avalorn attacked the exiles, not the other way around. I just kind of assumed it would be the other way around because, you know, Khemri could be a little ornery sometimes as far as, like, they're pretty nice to players. They're heartless toward the other AI factions a lot of the time. I do not want to enter this war. So I think I'm going to decline and take the alliance hit, and that's just kind of annoying. Our diplomatic rating, our reliability rating is going to dive. It does wear those kinds of things wear off over time. You know, eventually people will forget that we are untrustworthy, fundamentally quite untrustworthy. None too happy with the fact that Hexwaddle is running an army up here. Why do they feel the need to go to war anyway? They have so many of the same enemies. You'd think they could have just decided to team up and stomp the northern Dark Elves. Doesn't that sound like more fun? Why fight a skeleton when you can befriend a skeleton and at the same time get to kill a bunch of slaving Dark Elves? It's just like all upside. I really, really don't want the Empire to get a hold of Erengrad. As long as Slanish's forces control it, I can tell myself that, you know, I might get it at any moment. If the Empire picks it up, they're certainly never going to trade it to us. Part of me wants to have Mother Astankia head north into Kislev proper and just wipe out as many Norscan factions as we possibly can. It's probably not the best use of our time. So Mother Astankia somehow getting even better at ambushes. Yep, lose an alliance, lose an outpost. Okay. Defeat Throt the Unclean. It's true, I did not do that. Recruit a character trained through the Ice Courts to get a terrible obsidian amulet. Sure. So, how does this work? Train a new candidate. Okay, that's going to take a while. I'm glad I started recruiting. Vasily can just hold it down for a while. Give me those pirate weapons.
The cities.
Refused.
So if I break ambush stance here,
My hexes.
my guess is we will be able to reach that settlement. I don't know. Get better at everything in case I ever need to use you as a hero.
The land's protector. The spirits agree.
Alright, Dietershafen does not have much of a garrison. And I know this is a full-sized army, but I just feel like we're going to be okay, you know?
They will be better dead.
Something told me that that was going to work. 52 Spirit Essence. I don't think I want to hold this. I don't want to try to defend it, you know? Let's just burn it.
All down.
So Mother Astankia can get a single one of these. I think it's probably going to be skirmisher traditions. What exactly is the composition of this force? It's like, it's very spider heavy, and that is unfortunate.
This is why Kislev endures.
We have enough things that the skirmisher tradition applies to. I
I
think it's,
suppose these would
it's a
be
fine place for that last
useful.
skill point. Alright, y'all just kind of take whatever. Yeah, wow, even this guy's running out of stuff to do. This makes the bonus leadership aura a little bit bigger. That's something, right? Now, it is unfortunate when you raise a settlement, it takes away all of your movement and then it just kind of bounces your army way off into the distance. It's a weird way to do that, but whatever, we're fine.
I do not tolerate hesitation.
Am I getting back across the border here? Where's the, No, I'm still on Hexawattl's side. Oh, just barely, too. We're actually very close. It's a shame. I would love some healing. What else is critically important for you? I guess, honestly, Mother knows best. Extra potion of toughness for our melee combat lord is probably pretty good.
Boyar of Kislev.
And you are just heading down there to help. May as well go through the water.
There will be no sleep. Advance for Kislev.
Set ourselves up to pick up some free loot on the way out there. Is it kind of a weird army composition? Yeah, sure. I can see how you might think that.
This is my right.
So what do I want to pick up for Vasily while we're waiting on the important stuff? I think I'm going to try to train Vasily into being specifically like a recruiter. So we'll take the lowered recruitment cost into the higher recruit rank for units.
Sharks swim close, my watery counterparts. Knowledge taken.
Alright, let's see about stealing technology. Nope, of course not. Quintex is finished. This is an expensive time for us. I suppose I could have waited on putting together the third army, but listen, we'll finance all of the work we need to do here through violence and conquering and stuff. So none of our enemy armies in this area, I mean, not that we have a terribly large number of them, but none of them are in friendly territory, which makes it hard to hit them with Coven's Curse Mark. I feel like it's very selfish on their part. They should really think about that. How am I supposed to win if they keep resisting? I am super annoyed with Avalorn over this whole thing. What is even the reason for this? Why you gotta fight these exiles? Again, there are dark elves just north that everybody hates. We could all unite in our hatred for the dark elves. Okay, we're actually seeing some victories for the Khemri. I thought this was going to be pretty one-sided in favor of Avalorn, given the number of troops that they have up there, to say nothing of the quality of their individual troops. But somehow the Khemri are pulling it off, for the moment at least. Yeah, we gotta do something about all this. This is too many orcs. Okay, Azhag's at war with the vampires. That's pretty good news for us, especially in the sense that it means that, these orcs will be focusing south and southeast for a while, one has to assume. Keeps them more or less out of my hair. Gore Queen is in full retreat, which I'm sure is very embarrassing. Boy, the amount of time it takes to process a set of enemy turns really has ballooned, huh? It's remarkable how fast it is when you have like 280 factions, and then you reduce that number to, you know, a third. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, everything's so complex. All right.
My cauldron's iron.
It is just a little bit earlier than usual, but
Your soul.
I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here for today. I do have a little bit of a time pressure on today. So that's going to be it for us for right now. Thank you all so much for watching. When you return next time, I think we're finally setting to war against the Lizardmen. We do not have that much ground to cover anymore. So, you know, fingers crossed. Here's hoping it doesn't turn out to be a total nightmare because of their very heavy infantry setups. Yeah, it could be bad. I'm not going to lie. It could be bad. We're going to hope that it won't be, and we'll see you then.